Relax. You can have your money back. Why does this guy always come begging for money?
I don't know.
You think the host, he would get paid enough?
I'm out a couple hundred at least this week.
Crazy. You gonna keep that hat on?
Yeah, I am. I like this one. Okay. Well, you know what I'm going to say about this game, Austin?
Yes, Avery.
Don't bet against Storm Spirit. That's all I know. That's what I'm looking at. If Storm wins this game, he's just going farther up in my book. And nobody can beat this hero right now. This and the Furion are the two on my radar.
I was about to say, there's no Nature's Prophet this game, so
we got to look towards the Storm. But the support Chaos Knight, a save specialty. Height.
There it goes! The double stun.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Amazing. You think this is good? Like actually good, not just it can win some games, haha.
I'm not that big of a believer. I think the hero still has some limitations. If he gets farmed, his spells are not bad. You always have this Ags you can kind of go back to. People forget about.
And you do have a way, like he is a support that can actually farm out waves.
Yeah,
with
exactly.
his Phantasm, right? Which is kind of an interesting idea.
I kind of put him in that like support Naga Siren tier where in the right game he can cause a lot of chaos and he can get really farmed by pushing in the waves, and he gives you some vision, some entryways into the fight, a pseudo-tanky frontliner. I think Naga spells are more directly useful in a lot of situations than Chaos Knights.
Yeah.
But I think he can offer you a lot in terms of how to play the map, some early roam potential. His stun is a solid stun.
Yeah, and he's not very cooldown dependent, so he could do it day or night.
That's right.
Kiritich picks up the first blood. Boxy will get the return kill and some damage on a Kiritich here. So the overall trade-off, Kiritich is going to be happier with the extra gold, but it does mean he's going to be a little lesser on the resources. Mid matchup is going to be a fun one to watch. Nisha versus GPK. This is a matchup that has gone back and forth for several years. Storm Spirit versus Ember Spirit.
And they both have hats. I don't know why Neil was disagreeing with this.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he thought Ember Spirit was just bald.
He is bald.
Yeah, with no hat.
That's because bald boys are badass. Everybody says.
Everybody's saying it.
Would not be surprised to see the CK roam into mid if he can leave the Enigma alone. And at the same time, that Ricky roam into mid could really disrupt the matchup between the Storm and the Ember here. Ultimately, Ember, with the chains built up now, has got to be pretty good against Storm, assuming you have damage follow-up. That said, when your support duo is Oracle Chaos Knight, the damage follow-up is not great. The lockdown follow-up's okay.
Yeah.
But again, I feel like Ember thrives in these support duos where you have a bunch of spells to throw on top of the chains, right? A is the classic Wind Ranger,
Mirana.
Yeah. Like these weird support duos with Ember, I just feel like you're missing some of that oomph that the hero gives you and what makes him so good.
Yeah, particularly since Chain Gang seems to be what people are going for more, especially since it got buffed. This time, though, GPK did not opt for that facet. He's still going to be going for the double impact. That was the preeminent facet of last patch. Everybody was rocking double impact,
Yeah,
right?
they really were. They really were,
Okay,
Austin.
just making sure. Just
was
making
picked
sure.
over 90% of the time. We all misspeak every now and then. It's okay to get something wrong.
Well, no, that's not what you said last game. You said we need to hold high standards of truth in the broadcast.
Yeah, for play-by-play.
Flush out. Oh. Boxy going to try and run down Kataomi. He tricks to the trade. Not going to be enough damage.
It's pretty slow to get out of the
tower. Now the Oracle
tower.
has gotten away into the trees, hits him with a blood grenade to slow him down. Kiritich, oh, even better. Hit him with the Fortune's End. The Oracle will take part in the revenge on Boxy. Saberlight still going to chase after and does manage to hunt down Kataomi in the end.
Not bad for the Underlord overall. I mean, you'd rather have more action going down as Ricky than nothing at all. I feel like Boxy's still okay with this.
Doesn't he want the experience from that action? Isn't that pretty important to that support hero's
Yeah, but I think
MO?
just general chaos is better for you. Because now, look, you can go top and you can try and do something here, right? Maybe you don't expect this.
It's going to be a little late here. Healing salve already gets used, so Miro is pretty healthy.
Oh, he's dead.
And Boxy is dead.
Well, sometimes the chaos doesn't work in your favor.
Well, he's playing into the Chaos Knight. Of course it's not going to work.
I mean, this is the strength of CK. He is a really tough hero for supports to fight into in the early game. In fact, there's not many who do in an isolated situation, outside of if you have some stacking spell or just, you know, I'm sure like Venomancer fights
Sure.
whatever.
Yes.
Any normal support with just nukes does not outtrade this hero. You do not fight him. He's kind of king of the map, which makes his roaming really scary. And there's that roam into mid.
Nisha going to be caught from behind. 2 seconds stun.
Really nice setup.
GPK. See if they have the damage between the two of them. Any TPs? Chains. It doesn't land on Nisha. Nisha still has a Fairy Fire to work with here.
He's probably dead.
Probably, but he's going to get some good damage if only there was somebody to take advantage of all the chaos. Sadly, Boxy arrives too late to do anything.
There's that mid roam that can really disrupt this matchup. Brings GPK a little back into the game. He'll help him get to 6 as Nisha was outpacing him in the XP department pretty heavily. And you can leave this Enigma alone. Early drum on Miro, pretty formidable to go into. He has a matchup versus a TV and an AA, not a lot of AoE to deal with Eidolons. Pretty good Enigma game in terms of the lane. I like the idea here, making the most of their lineup right now.
Hoping that the rune is bottom, and it is. Amp damage.
That's a big one.
Nisha trying to snipe this courier is in pretty deep. Does have his level 6. But is he going to be able to get to use it? Rooted down. Oh, good smoke screen. That stops the stun from Save. Nisha! Oh, he could have just jumped away, tried to go for the double kill there. And it looks like he'll get neither. Oh, no. Boxy's going to be kited around. Wait, he spotted GPK. He actually got him on the blink strike. Ward behind the tower. GPK did not expect that play. As a result, he dies. It still ends up going the way overall for BetBoom.
I like they dropped double sentry. They both wanted that D-ward.
They did.
Only one can get it. Well, Save's having a really good early game here. He's going to get to clean up some solo wave mid as well. Kind of a sad death for GPK in the end, but you get the job done. Another kill on the Storm is huge here in this early game. Of course, you have 2 side laners who are basically free farming in this Enigma and the Kunkka. So if the action stays around mid, BetBoom should be happy with that situation.
Yeah.
A little more than Liquid at least. Depends how much Insania gets, but I mean, he went in mid to take up the waves that the Storm was not getting, so he doesn't really want to stay top against Enigma. It's a really tough matchup for this hero. The Eidolons just straight up outfight you alone, let alone with Drum Buff or Malefice going in. And Black Hole is available, so Miro's a big threat up here. V-Tune has bailed on that lane as well. What's Boxy looking for there?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
All support sitting behind their mid laners in smoke screen, trying to pull him, keep him inside the smoke screen. GPK almost goes down, but is bailed out a bit by the Fate's Edict.
Looks like he fissured him.
Powerful. 8-minute power rune ends up being top. GPK gets a regeneration. So the go from Liquid will have no lasting impact.
I think they should have made this Cloven Chaos faster. I think it should have been, it bounces to an enemy hero, and then it has a 50% chance to bounce again, and then another 50% chance.
That sounds...
So you can stun 5 heroes,
Stupendous.
you know, pentagram style.
It just infinitely rolls 50% until it fails.
Yes. Like, it technically could go forever.
That sounds horrifying.
That's the chaos of the Chaos Knight, you know?
Smoke screen will not protect him here. Katomi, very high level, man. He's level 5 already. Level 3 Purifying Flames for the kill.
Oh, this BetBoom support duo was cooking this game. Playing fast, roaming around, exactly what you want to do with this TK. And they're just going to take mid-tower.
Abandon the mid lane.
Abandon all hope into the jungle for Nisha. Last hit to GPK. That puts him above the Storm. Living life.
Yeah, when you have 2 cores hitting neutrals, and you have 2 supports that cannot do wave clear, then you're just gonna, your map is gonna fall apart.
You are gonna have a rough
Dire's
time.
middle tower is
That's
under
what we're
attack.
seeing right now. Benefit of the lane setup here for BetBoom. They have this Enigma in a free lane. They have the CK roam. They play towards it. Maybe that mid matchup was going fine for Nisha, but not when the CK shows up.
Radiant are scanning.
And now he's level 6, 3-3-0. A lot of firepower on these ganks. There goes all your armor. There goes all your life.
There he goes. BetBoom, 5 heroes to the top lane. They can do that though, because again, so much map control that they have. All the lanes are pushed in, and GPK is an Ember Spirit. So quick jump back to the mid lane. They're gonna go after him though. Stun comes in, hits both of them. GPK, he zips on out of here.
Dire's top tower is under
Liquid
attack.
cannot find connections in this game.
No.
They need AOL too. Ice Blast gives you your big kill threat here. Just don't have it online.
I mean, he had the Electric Vortex now, so now they actually have the pullback into the smoke screen to keep him there, but as it stands, he really just had no disables whatsoever. It was smoke screen slow, and that was it.
I bet you'd say that's one of Liquid's main combos here, wouldn't you? Electric Vortex Smokescreen. Historic combo, some might say. Just like Glimpse Black Hole. Which is more powerful?
Are you done?
Is the Vortex Smokescreen more powerful than the
Nobody
Glimpse
likes
Black
this
Hole?
joke.
I like it.
Well, that's the problem. GPK did get clipped by the Ice Blast. Fate's Edict will dodge a little bit of the damage. Will he still take out? He's going to jump to his Remnants, try and dodge some of the damage. They'll catch the Oracle
he
at
survived.
least. And he dodged it by sliding and remnanting
What a
between
beast.
picks. Well played.
I mean, props to Katayomi too for saving him.
Yeah, getting off that Fate's Edict in the first place was big. Again, Liquid just not connecting.
Yeah, the Vortex Smokescreen's not enough. At least at the early levels here. A lot of extra net worth on Kiritich. You get a fast Radiance here. Let this Kunkka join the fight. Hard to see Liquid winning that exchange. So I feel like there's a big window here going into the mid game that BetBoom can take advantage of.
For sure. And it doesn't even like feel like Liquid have the guaranteed like later game scale either, because we've seen the way the Kunkka deals with this Terrorblade. It can go pretty bad for the TV.
I mean, I think it's just Kunkka favor, to be honest. I don't think Terrorblade's ever really happy in this
Dire's
matchup.
bottom tower is under attack.
Smoke up from BetBoom.
Radiant are scanning.
They're gonna head towards the Kunkka's lane.
Arcane Rune on GPK. This is all.
Smoke's gonna break on the high ground here. Boxy. He'll slip away, ruining this move. Ice Blast is gonna come in as they chase after V-Tune. V-Tune gets chained. He's gonna get torrented. He's gonna get bolted. He's gonna get boated. He's dead.
Dire's
Really nicely played. No chance for a Thunder opportunity, and
Even Instania gonna get a run down underneath his tier 2.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
No hope. Double kill for Kiritich. They take the tower with Miro's Eidolons. Still living in that last game with
Radiant's
Aurora.
middle
I mean,
tower
there's
is
that
under
connection with
attack.
everybody, and the Radiant's done. This game is looking rough for Liquid. They just did not find anything in the early game, and now they're all behind.
Radiant's
To find a courier.
has been killed.
Yeah, they made that move, and like Nisha pushed in mid, did a little damage to the tower. The top lane got pushed in, it didn't even touch the tower in time. Like, BetBoom can literally 5-man into a lane for 30 seconds and not really be punished on the map too much.
Feels nice for a CK Oracle duo that doesn't have a lot of lane shove.
Yeah.
They just want to fight. And a Yule's for the Ember. Interesting item choice here.
Goes to show the importance of winning lanes in this kind of matchup. Because I feel like BetBoom could have been in a similar situation, right? They lose lanes hard enough that their supports can't clear out the waves.
It's hard to see Liquid winning lanes this game that hard, though.
That is true.
Like, what? They can't really rotate mid to win with Ricky AA. They
Stupendous.
aren't going to win the Underlord Kunkka lane with a Ricky support versus a ranged 5.
Dire's middle tower
And
is
this
under
Terrorblade AA is doing nothing against Enigma. it just looks hard that Liquid were going to come out of this early game ahead. Which, if that's the case, it's fine. But then you have to have some comeback mechanics where either big AoE to punish a clump, crazy fight around the pit. You need to be able to split the map and find pickoffs. That's probably what their lineup does the best. Push the lanes out with Terrorblade Underlord and then globally connect with Storm plus the gate onto Ricky finding someone alone. If BetBoom don't give you that kill on a big core target, then the map is not going to feel that great.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
He's getting a lot of couriers, though. I will say that.
Yes, he is.
That's 3 now. Off the map in the last minute or two.
Studying under the school of Matthew out here. Game goes bad, that's okay. Just spend the whole game sniping couriers to slow down the enemy.
It does work in the short term.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
CK Illusion's gonna bait him.
Oh no.
The chaos.
He's going Renovatos.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean,
Yeah. All these slippery Storm Spirits and Riki heroes.
your job in this game is lockdown. You may as well commit to it.
Sure.
Tank up as well. Wouldn't mind Ags on him at some point in this game, though. Just Ags ult whenever someone gets jumped by the Storm. Pretty annoying. The lane shove is also really obnoxious.
BetBoom don't seem too pressed about trying to do too much with this Radiance timing. Kiritich is just farming away to a BKB very soon.
Radiant are scanning.
I mean, that part is feeling good for Liquid. They didn't have to fight this Radiance Kunkka very early on. But we've seen this hero scale really well, so yeah, it's not as if he's too sad about it.
Caught the Ancient Apparition. Nisha thanking his lucky stars that it wasn't him. Trying to get through the gate. Should be fine.
It was a little close. A little dicey. Still have all these tier 1 towers up, by the way, for BetBoom. And in fact, this bottom tier 1, full HP.
Boxy scouted Miro.
Miro's
Unit did isolated.
Radiant's bottom
Or I thought he
tower
did.
is
Maybe
under
he didn't.
attack. Radiant structures.
There's a full HP tower to give up. With your Enigma down here?
Dire's top tower is under.
Trying to deal with the Hemlock.
Oh.
Oh, just straight up black hole him, huh?
That's so much damage.
It's so much damage. He had so many Eidolons out already that he actually soloed out the Storm Spirit.
The rally from the Skelly boys.
Damn. Rally plus Eidolons. Yeah, that's a combo.
He had such a big army. Okay, you know what?
Yes.
You can't tell me not to talk about the combos and then bring it up again. That's just not fair.
What are you talking about?
Was that unintentional?
Yes, what are you talking about?
Okay, well. Where would you rate that combo, though, if it were?
Earlier, you described our casting partnership as a marriage. You said year 4 is where it starts going sour. I thought it was a funny little haha joke this morning. Now I'm beginning to rethink it.
It was funny, haha.
I don't.
Oh, gate!
Gate, double action gate. They're
Where's
both
your
going to come through
combo
here.
now?
Ice Blast. Yeah, poor Miro. Now, mass TPs are coming in, but they've already lost 2. GPK rethinks this. He's like, okay. Yeah, back to the Remnant. Liquid. They finally are able to use this Underlord's global mechanism to beat BetBoom to the punch here.
I mean, their heroes are a little clunky around the map. If you can catch them off guard like this, this is the biggest strength of Liquid's lineup in this game.
Is under attack.
Finding 1 or 2 heroes alone on the map. The Ricky's the setup. Storm, Underlord, jump. Terrorblade gets the lanes in. Everybody's happy.
And then you have a numbers advantage. See what else you can find. Nisha farming away to his BKB. He's almost got it. He's spotted right now. Kiritich going to try and hit him with the torrent. Got him. But, yeah. The rest of the team was still a little far away.
That is a tough catch unless it's The Atos Chaos Knight leading the charge, which not completed yet. Will be shortly. And GPK thinking about a Radiance. Double Radiance again?
Really? I don't think I like that.
I don't see him committing for this. Probably switch it up for something else. Unless you're really trying to extract some value out of a CK Ags way down the road. You're like, haha, we're going to have a bunch of Radiance illusions around the map.
Now there's an idea.
I think that's 2 next level.
3 Radiances. And a rushed Aghanims on Chaos Knight.
Now we're talking. That's some GPM
How
right there.
could they ever get the lanes in?
Dire are scanning.
Be impossible. Boxy trying to secure amp damage. Does manage to sneak it away. Still going to be dusted. Yules goes up. See if he can blink strike safely. Nope. Yules just sets up the torrent for Kiritich.
Yeah, nice little slight Yules. Guarantee this setup. No Roche here. Early for BetBoom though. The lineup's not great at doing it. They can do it with the Enigma here, but it's not super fast. It's kind of the big downside of these carry Kunkka lineups, I think. You can win the early game, you can snowball, but the actual objective taking
Radiant's bottom
tends to happen
tower
later
is
on,
under attack.
which does give the enemy some time to regroup and maybe find some openings.
It's a comment. Make a wish.
Never refuse. Step lively now.
What'd you wish for?
Admiral is on board.
I can't tell you, otherwise it won't come true.
I wished for Juggernaut buffs.
Dire are scanning.
I hope it comes true.
On top of my wish, you should probably start looking for another job.
Radiant
Oh
are scanning.
no.
Stolen Shrine of Wisdom. They got both of them. And the Ice Blast while they're doing the Tormentor. Can they actually fight this one? Storm Spirit's here.
Yes, BKB.
It's just the pipe makes things a little difficult. You just stop taking damage. Looks like maybe they're going to play off of Boxy scouting and maybe they can still get a pick. Go out to the Ember Spirit on mid, but GPK is already backed away. He's out. $7,000 net worth lead for BetBoom.
A lot of it on Kiritich. If he's not involved, the fight is not that uneven for Liquid. In terms of the Kunkka's the last one of the fight or something. But it's really dependent on these storm jumps. Nisha's mana is really important to pretty much do anything in this game if you're Liquid. I don't think anything is going to happen without the storm.
And he doesn't have very many galvanized stacks to back it up, so. Saberlight's,
BetBoom smoke here.
he's doing all right on farm. He is moving to an Aghanim Scepter now. Here comes the smoke from BetBoom, no. An Armor Rune on the Ember Spirit. Rod of Atos on the Chaos Knight. They've got tons of power, tons of catch. Little Reign of Destiny action for Kataomi even.
It'll scare Liquid out of the area. They're pretty much in their base. So this is where you would just Roche.
Step lively
Radiant
now. Your
You feel like you have the
admiral is on
speed to
board.
do it.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, it's definitely guaranteed at this point. Liquid is nowhere near the pit. The best you could hope for is Insania actually Ice Blast at the correct time,
It's coming.
which the timing was not bad, but he's definitely not stealing Roche with it.
Oh,
No, they're actually going to pit into this?
no, it's just faking
Ah, you're going to be black holed if you go through there.
it. Slows it down though. They're already setting up for the storm top, maybe. GBK eyeing it up. Nobody else PB'd though. Just getting the lanes out.
Pull back on the cold feet. GPK.
Oh, he had the root.
Way to Fortune's End. He threw it at the Ember Spirit when he TP'd out here. It almost got Nisha killed.
Yeah, that was super next level.
Very slick move.
Now they're TBing Enigma up here.
Yeah, the Enigma is going to be right behind Saberlight. He's going to
What
pop
the-
out, go for the kill on Nisha. Oh, he got him in the black hole. He's done.
Oh, that actually worked.
Miro,
What?
he's sick with it, man. Tumbler toy over the cliff. Now, he's getting beat to a pulp right now by Saberlight, but maybe bailed out by Save. Still going to be cold-feeded. Fate's Edict. Oh, the Ice Blast. That'll probably take him out eventually. He does go down, but a 1 for 3 in the end. Maybe 1 for 4.
Man. Could have just ulted him. Wanted to play it a bit more conservative and ended up costing the Enigma, but this is well going to be worth it in the end.
They're bleeding out 1 by 1 here. V2, do you really want to try and save Saberlight? I don't think so.
No way.
Goes down the reflection. Saberlight charges at Kataomi, but he's pulled away by Save.
Really nice exchange here for BetBoom. You even had GBK just farming out mid. A lot of gold collected in that sequence. I cannot believe that Tumbler Toy Black Hole worked. That was... Honestly, I think that's one of those things. Nisha is so surprised that he went for that it works.
Yeah. Element of surprise.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I mean, it is a nice little combo. Tumbler Toy into Black Hole.
Silent smoked up, and Miro is going to be caught by the jump from the Storm Spirit into the Ice Blast.
Is that the first galvanized charge Nisha's got in this game, effectively?
Yeah, it might be. Because he gets how many from? He gets
Dire's top tower is under attack.
3 when he levels up? Yeah. So he's gotten 6 for free
Dire's structures are
off of Ball Lightning. Then he died once. Then he got this one. Does that sound right?
He has 4 deaths. But I guess, when did those happen? Were they in before 6?
At least like 2 of his deaths, maybe.
I don't think he died before. He died once before 6, right? He got ganked by a Chaos.
Yeah, the second one might be. He was level 6.
All right, this is not the first he's gained. He's gained at least 4 here.
Whatever it is.
Because he went to 0 at some point.
It's a bad.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good.
Foxy trying to be a nuisance. Sniping couriers playing on the enemy side of the map. Kiritich is pretty alone up here. They're moving to him though. BetBoom don't want to leave him alone for long.
He has Aegis. There's no way Liquid are going on this guy.
Yeah, he might try and pop his Aegis and get out.
No, they're just killing couriers.
More couriers.
Gonna get another one. They're just running it over the same path.
Oh, he's gonna teleport away. That courier's life is saved. Providence.
I will never understand how these teams lose couriers, and then they just run couriers over the exact same spot.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Somebody else's courier dies. It's their problem. You don't really care about it.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's a nice philosophy to have, Austin. Hope it works out for you.
It's just human nature.
There's your Ags on the Underlord. Your extra root potential. You have BKB on the Terrorblade. Not going to get much better than this if you're Liquid. Once this Aegis is out, you're going to have to try and find something around this map. You're just getting out farmed. So much gold on Kataomi, by the way. Glimmer, Ghost. Got the shard off the Tormentor. Has a Gale Guard, an unleashed Gale Guard, by the way.
Dang. Nisha trying to steal Wisdom Shrine. The TPs are coming in, though. Can he get it in time and zip away? He needs the zip now. Oh, Jesus. Can he get the X? Okay, long enough zip. He's out. Meanwhile, gate to the other side to catch Kataomi, who took the other shrine. See if he can juke this out somehow. Okay, what a juke. Just teleports right in front of him.
So he really threw the Atos out, but he dodged it? Pretty awkward. That was your last TP. Cancel. As Boxy scouting them walking down mid. Liquid do anything with the information.
They're going to try. Boxy gets scouted. Doesn't have his Yules yet, so he's going to die here. Nisha jumps after Miro. Not doing enough damage, though. The pipe shrugs off most of it. V-Tune's going to try and lay into it, but yeah, you can see with the Crimson Guard, He's really not taking much. GPK, meanwhile, is just hitting to the back line. Nisha running low on mana. Got caught in the black hole.
And the combos here. The Skelly Boys Eidolons. They're back.
V2 going to try and slow him down with a reflection and just head for the hills. A slight change as soon as the BKB runs out, just for a moment. They will manage to get back to the safety of their base, but losing 3, getting nothing for it. BetBoom getting further and further ahead. 13,000 net worth lead now.
Doesn't feel like Liquid have enough damage sources in this game for the amount of HP BetBoom has, especially for an Oracle lineup. If you're not killing Oracle first, it's even more miserable. You're playing into the 2 big auras on the Enigma. And where's the damage going to come from? It's pretty much A blast and whatever Storm can do. V2 has not gotten a lot done in this game. Too hard to control targets and focus them down. The Terrorblade damage got split across a lot of heroes in this fight.
I mean, the Enigma is just too far.
Yeah, he's massive.
Like the Storm couldn't do anything to him with the pipe. V2 couldn't do anything to him with the Crimson.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant are
And
scanning.
Nero's being really decisive about dropping the black hole in the Storm Spear whenever he gets the chance.
Why not? It's the best target to take down every single time.
Yeah.
The fight ends when Storm dies. That's
And
all your control.
There's not many ways to cancel it either. Like, Boxy died at the start of the fight, so who's left? There was quite literally nothing.
Yeah.
Insania has Shard.
It's pretty rough out here. This is a game where he's going to go BKB, but he probably doesn't need it.
Yeah. That's true.
Five-man smoke. Looking for a pickoff. And they might find it here if they turn around.
Just used the Phantasm. Nisha getting some information. Thought one of them was real. It wasn't. Now he's going to have to use his BKB. And you're not really putting damage on Kiritich, I'll tell you that much. So he jumps down to an easier target. That's the Chaos Knight. Trying to grab him. The Ghost Scepter's delaying things right now. They'll get him eventually. Is it going to cost them, though? Chaos Bolt hits onto 2. Boxy, he gets run over. GPK chasing after Insania. Well, Kiritich challenges the 3 different cores. Shrugging off the damage. Here comes the Ice Blast, though. He pops his own PKB. Katomi still has False Promise. They're going to jump after him here. See if he can get off the False Promise. Nisha.
Oh, he's killed.
Locked in. Katomi unable to get off the False Promise in time. V2 chasing after Miro. Got off the Sunder. Full health for him. Reflection. TP away. Rodavato stops the TP out. Miro will die as well.
Okay, I guess Boxy buyback enough to get the job done as they were just fighting on top of the pits the whole time. Really awkward position from Save being stuck in the river while the rest of the team's on the high ground. And they are able to bring down the Kunkka with the help of that A blast, preventing any sort of satanic action. V2 dealing some damage at last. 7,300 coming out of this Terrorblade. That's exactly what Liquid need. Terrorblade in the middle of the fight, dealing all the DPS. He survives the longest. And you're rewarded with a Tormentor into Shard for the Storm. That's massive. What a turnaround. Still down 10K, but
Yeah, BetBoom was up so much. The fact that that team fight went so badly for them is kind of crazy.
didn't feel like it was going that bad. But the Oracle not getting ult off and the Kunkka going down to the Terrorblade damage kind of decided that.
I kind of feel like Kiritich just needed to take that fight. Right? Like, he gets hit by the Ice Blast. If you just False Promise sometime after the Ice Blast, you'll still get the heal. You just have to wait a couple of seconds. And there was plenty of time. So if he had just, like, manned up, taken that fight, given Katomi an opportunity to False Promise him, like, halfway through the Ice Blast.
I think the pits were causing a lot of issue.
Yeah, maybe.
The Oracle just got stuck in the pit 2 or 3 times. Really awkward for him to position when the Storm's jumping him. The Ricky bought back. You gotta remember, there's no Aether Lens or Blink on this Oracle. It's a Glimmer Ghost Scepter Oracle. So he's survivable, but the ult is not guaranteed in the fight if the spacing ends up being too big.
Radiant are scanning.
Scan. Thought they had something there. GPK jumped at it.
Is under attack.
But Boxy has already slipped away and finally completes his Yules. He's been working for that one for a while.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
This was a big Ricky shard to get in this game, too. You gotta remember, this is like a Ricky versus Oracle You smoke screen this guy, you can't target him.
Yeah, that's true.
Might only take 1 or 2 seconds to change the dynamic of that fight a lot. Of course, these cores have BKB on the Ember and the Kunkka. You're about to have the Enigmas as well. So it's unlikely you can just smoke screen some guy and all in him. But you never know. Second half of the fight.
Going for Roshan number 2. Liquid throw out an Ice Blast. Virtus, excuse me, BetBoom.
You almost caught you slipping, huh?
He really did. Illusions were scouting out. Ice Blast was getting some information. Not easy for BetBoom to take this. But, I mean, Nisha did show at the top lane.
I mean, you may as well run top. The Rosh is going to switch sides anyway.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So you may as well just commit for the smoke.
It got delayed a lot.
Yeah, they really backed out of there.
Because now that Roshan's going to do this slow walk across, Ice Blast is going to be back up again. This is turning into tons of time.
They don't want to risk it. They don't want to risk it in the pit. Rather have an open fight where GPK can get on that backline with this gem and just run the supports down as he's been doing every time. Pretty solid position for Liquid if they can hold this hill.
Yeah, and with they have this Terrorblade advantage where the Terrorblade can siege buildings and push in lanes with these illusions. The Underlord doesn't need to be at these fights. So when you're in this stalemate, it is beneficial to Liquid. BetBoom could have GPK clear out some waves or something away from the team, but that's kind of it. Maybe run some Eidolons down a lane somewhere, but they're getting this tier 2 for free.
I mean, BetBoom are just AFK at this point.
Yeah, they kind of are.
But they have not done anything for 2 straight minutes. They've lost half their lead.
Is patience a virtue here?
No.
I mean, if they eventually get the right fight, if Liquid walks into them.
I don't think Liquid will ever walk into them. They have the Underlord who can clean up waves and join with global ability. They have the TB illusions to push waves. Now, why would you be the team that has to walk in here? The onus is on BetBoom.
Well, BetBoom seems rather stubborn about it.
I mean, you have 2 plays here. You either go down mid and hit Liquid's base and force them back, or you just force the Roche. Standing here is not a play.
I mean, at this rate, V-Tune's going to get his Scotty before the fight breaks out.
Yeah, this is just giving Liquid time to get items. You're achieving nothing. I don't see a world where Liquid would make the play call, let's go into their high ground.
Well, GPK shows at bottom lane. Liquid smoke up, but it's a stationary smoke. They're actually going to start wrapping around.
I can't believe Liquid's forcing like this.
This war of attrition, somehow BetBoom has won it by doing nothing. Liquid's going to break on them. Jump after Kiritin. See if they can blow him up with the Ice Blast here. It does manage to hit. BKB goes off. Kiritin's going to be bailed out by the False Promise. They run away and leap behind GPK, who's caught in multiple pits, activates his own BKB, and jumps to his Remnant. He is out. BetBoom do not lose anything except their BKBs.
It's meta on the TB. Liquid are going to try and force the Roche to bring the fight to them. You know how important this timing is for V-Tune.
Yeah, well, the BKBs are on cooldown, but it does make perhaps an easier fight for that last BKB on BetBoom. Miro, he has his, and he's got Black Hole still. Trying to scout things out with Slights and Eidolons. Pit lands on a GPK. Remember, he doesn't have BKB, and they don't have False Promise either. Dead like that. Miro tried to walk forward. Now being harried all the way back as Saberlight chases after him. Ice Blast, another one coming in, hits a couple of heroes, and they've got the Enigma cornered. He's going to come back down. BKB goes off, but he can't really Black Hole. He's going to use it on V-Tune. Wait, V-Tune's dead. Oh, V-Tune separated from the rest of Liquid, did not get off his BKB.
He got Chaos bolted, and that's all she wrote. No save in this lineup.
Support Chaos tonight.
I mean, doing God's work there. That was not looking too hot for BetBoom.
Yeah, it looked like that team fight was over and Liquid had won it.
They're still not forcing the Roche, though. You gotta look for
Chase
something
after
else.
heroes. I mean, Kiritich is back into play. If they could, anything they catch out of here, it's probably a free BetBoom win. There's no way that Liquid's winning that fight without V2.
Tough to catch without the Ember.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's your best catch hero. Into the pit.
Roshan roars. Atomi's
That's
spotted
a dangerous
here.
ward to kill.
He does have Glimmer. He does have Ghost Scepter. He's got a lot of tools.
Yeah, but there's Nullifier and Storm.
That's true.
You get 100 to 0 here.
Roshan,
barely.
half HP.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
There's plenty of vision tools for Liquid. Vortex from Insania keeps on getting placed out there.
They're going to jump this if you all in the Roche. You'd rather take the fight.
Yeah, the Underlord can't get here. 60 seconds for him. They chase after the Ancient Apparition, catch him out. Got up an Ice Blast before he dies. Meanwhile, Nisha gets Kataomi. Long zip away, teleport out, GPK. Oh, he didn't have chains up. He was on cooldown. He could have maybe used.
He was out of...
Yeah.
That's just kind of unlucky. Like, he went for the slight. They didn't have the chains, and then
Oh
the
my
Yules came up after the slight was done.
Dude, Roshan just went to the other side.
Yeah,
again.
this is ridiculous. This is like a 7-minute Roche.
He's got another roar, too. This is becoming a little absurd. All right, Scotty is finished for V2.
That's massive. He has meta up. I mean, this is a fresh fight for him.
Yeah, it is.
You do have Blink BKB Black Hole available in 25 seconds.
They just go walk into the pit. They're going to try and take it here. Roar goes out. Jump on a Saberlight. Saberlight trying to keep them at bay with the pit, but the jump in for GPK trying to grab the edges. He gets it. Snatches it away from V-Tune. V-Tune committed his BKB. He needs a Sunder or he needs to get the hell out.
I think you just got to get the hell out.
He's got to leave. Ice Blast from the high ground. Hits Kiritich. Kiritich in the pit. Immediately pops the BKB while Nisha jumps after Kataomi. Almost got him. Did get him in the end. And now pops his own PKB, a little bit low on mana, catching Kiritich. Here's, oh, there's the black hole though! And caught V-Tune and Boxy, they both will die inside of it. And the grabs on Insania and Nisha. Nisha is able to get out, long zip away, out of mana entirely. Insania trapped like a rat. Caught in the pit, GPK will get him. Still has his Aegis that he snatched away from Liquid in that fight.
Massive plays from BetBoom. It's almost like not doing the Roche worked out better for them. They get the Aegis steal. They got a beautiful black hole on the Terrorblade who wanted to re-engage there with Thunder still available, half HP. And Liquid get nothing. I mean, you get big kills as well. Yeah, you get this Kunkka, but buyback on Kataomi is worth a little something in this game. Still, BetBoom got what they came for, and now they're almost level 25 on 2 of their cores here. Kunkka and Ember, very close to it.
Take the enemy Wisdom Shrine.
I mean, you got to give props to Nisha. He has been all in this Oracle every fight. The combination of Smokescreen plus the Nullifier is just brutal for Kataomi to try and deal with. Yeah, and every time there's some action, they're on the Oracle. The Oracle's dead. You have a 5-on-4, the save gets taken out. And that makes the fight look pretty tempting here. V-Tune's like, I'm going to get a Thunder on somebody. Nope. No black hole cancel in this game. Hero just has to wait and find his mark.
Are you still favoring BetBoom late game? Because like they're in a worse position net worth wise than they were 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, they actually lost net worth over that sequence still.
Yeah.
They did gain a lot of XP back, and you know, this Aegis counts for a lot. They're going to be level 25 on the Ember here. That's a big talent. Should be level 25 on the Kunkka as well. So this XP difference is not insignificant here when you're looking at big late game talents.
For sure.
I think their late game is pretty solid. I mean, you have a
so too.
free blink BKB black hole in this game, and as long as you land it and kill the Terrorblade with it, the fight looks pretty good for you.
Yeah, it's like how like Nisha can finish off one hero, maybe two. Ice Blast, okay. That's going to be the Aegis. When he comes back in, he's going to be pitted, and he's going to have to BKB. There goes the BKB. Go for Saberlight. He'll pop his own.
He's going to go in.
And no, just the Remnant. Kiritich pushing forward pretty aggressively here. Now he still has BKB and Satanic. He's just got to be careful here. Pulled back in by the Torrent. Oh,
he's out of mana.
Got him, but he's out of mana. Force Staff given to him by B-Tune, but it's baited in. They walked into the pit. Oh, GPK. He got too bold with it. Forgot that he didn't have his BKB, and he's running into an Underlord. Oh,
Miro.
what the? He just jumped in. Miro just straight up black hole, but the Hex comes through.
What was that?
Got a Hex out. GPK, a dieback for him.
What? What is happening today with these black holes, man?
I don't know, but Nisha just stopped Miro in his tracks. The false promise going to be used on Kiritich, but he's taking so much damage. He's got to be dead. He can't hit anything. Slowed down by this damn Scotty. It is going to be a wipe.
What? He just didn't BKB on the black hole jump.
Yeah, he didn't.
Just fat fingered it or whatever you want to say.
Radiant's middle tower.
A massive loss for BetBoom as they buy the Ember. He goes back in, instantly dies. Just gets Vortex all in again. And do Liquid have what it takes to just end it here?
Radiant's middle
I think they do.
tower under attack.
I mean, what other buybacks are even available? There's Enigma buyback, but he doesn't have black hole.
Yeah, they're just going to go through the gate real quickly, top everybody off,
Oh, this is super efficient.
and they've already hit tier 4s.
This is the right call. BetBoom just completely threw this game away. You have a chance to just end it right here, right now. Those are your only two buys.
Crimson Guard trying to slow things down. It's only going to do so
Just
much.
call it.
BPK has called it. GG.
What?
BetBoom.
What?
A fatal misplay. Made the call to go back in. Hit the black hole, buy back on the Ember, and potentially 26%. This hero sucks ass. I can't believe that a hero that has that low of a win rate is still being picked. It's been picked a lot too, 23 times. It's been put to the test, 26% win rate.
Somewhere Sir Action Slacks is laughing his ass off.
Yeah, he is. And the thing is that BetBoom is the most recent loss to it too. In that series against Parivich.
It's true. I still believe in this hero, though.
Do you believe in the hero or do you believe in Save playing the hero?
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
I still think the shard is good. I think part of the reason the win rate's low is people don't buy it more aggressively.
Okay.
Maybe you can argue, oh, well, there's bigger, better items to get in a patch. Glimmers, Four Staves, Solar Crest, whatever. If I have to buy shard, then it makes the hero worse. But then you should just be picking a different hero.
I mean, you did talk about the heroes that are going to be nerfed the most are the heroes that have good shards on the supports are going to be getting them 5 minutes later.
That is, yeah, that's a little true.
So
that hurts him a bit.
That might be a bit of a problem there as well.
Kind of an interesting draft overall. I think it's a lot more standard from Liquid, right? Back for the V2 and Terrorblade, back for the Nisha Storm, back for the Saberlight Underlord. Literally the same 3 cores.
Yeah.
They just changed up the supports to be a little more aggressive with some silences. But BetBoom's draft. Katayomi Naga. Nice little combination with this Undying. You get the Tombstone sleep action going.
Yeah.
TA for some objective taking, some Roche. Pango for some team fight. It's kind of well balanced, even though it looks very different from what Liquid have, which is just stable.
I would say traditionally, Save. Oh, got him. Miro. Runs him down, hits him with the decay. Save might die for it, but obviously well worth it. First blood and killing the carry like that. Super good.
Deal some damage on the way out. And this offlane on time. You've seen Miro play it before.
Trying to get aggressive on Kiritich. Got a dead shot back into him. Boxy and Saberlight trying to run him down, but now the blood grenade is thrown into Boxy and a fresh refraction on Kiritich has killed their hopes of getting that kill.
Bad start here for BetBoom in the side lane. Do you like this offlane Undying?
Do I like it here?
No.
Probably not.
Do you like it?
I mean, I like playing it. Do I think it's good?
Just answer the damn question.
There's 2 different answers. Do
Yes
I
or
like
no?
it?
Yes or no?
I like it. I like playing
Thank you.
it.
Dear God, we move on. I don't even care anymore to discuss it. Lotuses, 3 seconds. Should go Liquid's way on their off lane. And BetBoom's way in their off lane.
Nisha and GPK playing the margins here. Oh, took a tower shot. Careful there.
This is a nice Lotus for the Undying in particular. Zero wants the extra mana on the wave. As yeah, Nisha getting real low. Gonna need that next water rune. GPK taking it to him. But you really have to think about the Tombstone kill threat. Just getting run down. I guess Glimpse plus the Repulsion plus Field can delay some of the aggression up here.
Yeah.
Maybe bail V2 out of an all-in situation.
I feel like historically speaking, when you run the same lineup back to back, it usually fails because the enemy team just adjusts mid-series. And I feel like BetBoom did that in this game too, right? Matched up against the exact same cores. They adjusted. They adjusted pretty dramatically. A very big change from them. But I do think that you are inherently playing at a disadvantage if you're at a Liquid. Ooh, save. Wanted to get the snipe on Nisha. Do you agree with that statement?
That Liquid's at a disadvantage.
Because they're running the same cores.
But why? Just because BetBoom's more familiar with it?
Because BetBoom are just going to adjust from game 1 to game 2. How many times have we have seen this a lot in Dota's history where teams literally run the exact same draft?
I think if it's the exact same draft, yeah, I don't like that.
Okay.
I think if you change, if you're running the same 3 cores but you change the support, I think the draft functions differently enough that I'm okay with it.
Reel him in. Katomi trying to dodge a bit. Oh, we lived. That's crazy. They're tiring it up. Okay, killed himself on neutrals. They're tearing it up at this bottom lane.
Honestly, not a weak lane at all. You don't have the early meld anymore, but you get the slow from the deluge. You just run heroes down.
Yep.
With side blades and refraction going in. It's obnoxious, man. And these are some tanky heroes to go in. 6 armor on the Naga, 7 armor on the TA.
Nice shackle shot. That's the death of V-Tune as well. The side lane's getting eaten up on the side of Liquid.
That's that Tombstone all-in. That's such a hard death to avoid. I don't know. You just have to leave the laner or something.
Man, you really don't have heroes to hit the Tombstone.
Stupendous.
Like, your best hero to hit it is the Terror Blade, and he doesn't want to be spending his time hitting a Tombstone. So this is going to be a constant problem throughout
also, he bought a headdress.
Yeah, I mean, we used to see that all the time, right? Just casual.
This hasn't been changed. It
headdress?
only builds into mech or pipe. It's not efficient regen for just you, right? Like, the headdress on the lane was strong on the lane because you bought it initially on a support, and you had 2 heroes benefiting as this
Nisha will be able to jump away, no problem here. That was a bit of a stretch.
I think a lot of carry players.
Oh, GPK, why did he roll back in? This is a dangerous position to be in. Now, he still has his 2 supports behind him, but the 2 supports of Liquid with calling, hitting on GPK a couple times. Nisha tries to chase after it. With a glimpse back, GPK is dead.
What was that? Why would he? I assumed you just left.
I assumed he should have done that as well, but
well, that is something on Liquid's way. They're happy to clean that up.
against Undying, regen is more valuable though, right? Because of the way that he brings down your strength.
Yes, but what I'm saying is you would rather just have
Rings?
2 casual rings and sell them back. Like, headdress recipe is expensive. You're paying a lot of gold. What is it, 250 gold for the recipe now? Yeah, 250, and you're getting an extra ring of regen, and it's not going to build anything, so you lose all that value. It's only good in the situations where you're using it for both heroes on the lane. And he got all in anyway.
Yeah.
So it really didn't pay off here.
No, it definitely did not.
Just feels like kind of a dead, I don't know, interesting. Maybe he's tried it out in pubs and feels good about it or something, but I've not seen this in a long time. It's something I feel like Eternal Envy would do when I used to play with him. that's probably not a good indicator.
You think he would buy an aura item for you?
No, he'd buy it for him, you know.
Sure.
And then he would go pipe.
Ah, right. Maybe he's going to go pipe. GPK, oh, dead shot away from the power rune. It's going to be an armor rune. Oh, and the pushback there. GPK didn't even get to get any swashbuckle damage. That's a crazy interaction. The repulsion of the disruptor completely countered it. Boxy is stuck in a corner here, pushed down, but will not survive the swashbuckle. Saberlight hits a pit onto 2. GPK will hop on out of there. Trying to get the glimpse back on him. Got him. Pulled him back into a pit. Very nice combo. And he'll die eventually here. Kiritich is going to cut over, though. He's going to try and chase after Saberlight. Saberlight, nice power shot from Save. Full damage. Now the body blocking from the Naga Siren. Slows him down with the Deluge. Gets that kill as well. And even an Ancient stack. Kiritich just wants everything.
He might get everything here. Not a lot to stop him.
He's a greedy man.
Nisha just has to watch from the corner. Reminds me of my childhood.
I thought you were going to say it reminded you of Friday night. Miro is going to be shut down at the top lane. He's been doing pretty well for himself. He's put a lot of pressure on VTune, but eventually he was going to overextend himself. Nice shackle shot. Nisha still able to get the jump away. He's thinking about running it back. Calling, slowing down some of these BetBoom heroes. Glimpse back on a save. He still has win run, though. So he's going to get out. Boxy is going to be hunted down. This Bango is loving these little skirmishes. That's for sure.
Yeah, this is a very fast-paced game for both teams. They're both just getting sucked into this mid lane. But the fact that BetBoom can bring Kiritich into this, and VTune just has to kind of AFK jungle. One side clearly has a big advantage. Yeah, you got the Undying kill top, but it didn't really slow Miro down. He ends up taking the tower anyway. Already has Vanguard done. Still cruising on that net work chart. Clear triple lane win for BetBoom. And now we'll see what they can do with it. The ball is in their court.
Glimpse back, nice shackle shot, but Glimpse will actually get the kill. Limited mana on Nisha. He might be in trouble here.
Do they know that though?
Oh, GPK! Oh, God, he got him!
Wow, that's so close.
He thought Nisha was going to be bumped out of the pit, so he swashbuckled to the wrong side. Shackle shot slows him down. Miro should just be able to hit him.
What did they give the last hit?
They tried to give the kill to GPK, and they do successfully do so.
That was very risky.
It was a little risky, yeah.
Oh, another beneficial sequence for BetBoom. Taking advantage of these towers being down, hard for reinforcements to come in, and a bad death for Nisha is you'll have to walk out from base.
Person who's suffering the most, Boxy. Level 4 on the Muerta, and her ultimate is really good against the Pango and the Templar Assassin. It's actually very good ultimate all around for this game, just survivability-wise, but he can't get to it. Look at his stack, man. They won the lanes and got more stacks.
Firing on all cylinders.
Drop the tombstone for the ancient stack. I'll speed things up.
This core Undying farms fast now. This is not the Undying from 5 or 6 years ago, where it's like, oh, what are you going to do in Dota when everyone's flash farming? He can output the wave clear with Decay.
Radiant's middle tower.
Even better when he has Chip Best.
Oh yeah, super nice for him. It's almost top net worth in the game.
$12-minute power rune. Save and GPK setting up for it. Nisha really hoping to be able to grab it. Dead shot. Arcane rune gets grabbed by GPK. Once again, BetBoom will outclick Liquid. Katomi trying to get close enough for an ensnare.
Reel him in.
Reel him in. Static Storm. Shackle shot. Nice save there with the Static Storm. Not going to be enough damage to kill GPK. And if anything, Nisha hit it with the Rolling Thunder as he comes out of it. He still has the zip. He zips forward and dies.
Yeah, well, that was not where you wanted to go.
No. Went the wrong direction there. VTune is here, and he'll be able to kill the Naga Siren. Kill once again. Repulsion pushing back GPK. Saberlight left behind, though. Miro has now joined in the skirmishes, and it's Undying in an early team fight. spooky hero to fight into. No tombstone, though. Didn't drop it, didn't have the mana for it. Ultimately, get some core kills. Glimpse back onto GPK. V-Tune's gonna try. Gotta be careful, though. He's got 21 charges, so he's got plenty of extra HP. Maybe with GPK. Pulled it back in. Okay, Tombstone gonna be dropped. Liquid's out of here. That power shot's just not gonna do enough damage.
That's very close to killing V-Tune if it lands on full. It is pretty awkward there without the Tombstone for the first half of that, but... Oh! Almost hit him. Yeah. Kind of sick. These early fights are terrifying for Liquid. There's so much early spell power in this lineup. A carry that can easily join and have big impact. You can get songed under all this and just set up on.
Yeah. Get the Tombstone song.
Yeah, it's really tough to take these early fights. Liquid just trying to weather the storm right now. Get to some early game of their own. How do you feel about new patch, TA Terrorblade first picks?
Feels like a good patch to me. Great changes.
Glimpse here.
Got the dust on him. They spot him, get the glimpse back.
Had to use the field
Didn't
for
get him
it.
into the pit. I feel like this is too much. Too many resources expended here. Is Saberlight going to die for this? He has to gate. Gate just to try and get away. No shackle shot from Save. Already used that one earlier.
Through the gate.
He went to the... Oh, he went to the shrine. That's smart. That's a heads-up play.
Super next level. 10 head play.
It does still leave BetBoom in control of the map, though. I'll take that tier 1 tower.
You gotta imagine they're eyeing up an early Roshan / Tormentor this game.
Oh, yeah, with the TA lineup.
Undying TA,
Yeah.
Naga.
Yeah,
Your single target burst and control and team fight around a pit is just straight nasty. I don't know how you ever even contest that as Liquid. In the first 30 or 40 minutes, they have BKBs or something.
Yeah.
I like this Undying pick this game. I think this off lane Undying is pretty underrated, and I think versus the Underlord, it's a nice matchup because Underlord kind of wants to do the same thing, only Undying just punches him in the face.
Yeah.
Like, you want to take the long fights around pit as, ooh, they catch V-Tune.
Burst it down.
You take the long fights around these pits, what happens if you just drop Tombstone there and start punching Underlord in the face, right? If you can't move as Undying because you're in the pit, but Underlord can't move because you're punching him and he's getting zombies, you're happier as the Undying.
For sure.
And you're sapping his strength. You can get an Ags later. Matchup has to feel pretty good.
Damage amplification kind of outdoes the Underlord's aura.
Also, the strength sap versus an aura hero is super value.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you remove the base HP that's getting amped.
And it's not like BetBoom are that affected by the aura as is, right? Templar Assassin, bonus damage. Pango rolling around, doing spells most of the time. Even Swashbuckle is a set amount of damage, so it's not even affected by the aura.
Actually, really interesting draft versus Underlord.
Yeah.
That, in theory, has a lot of small things going for it that undermine what Saberlight wants to do in this game. Kind of cool.
Traditionally, I would say this just completely ruins the Underlord, but this hero has become a little bit more diverse, I would say, in what it does.
It's pretty hard to completely ruin heroes in modern Dota.
Yeah.
Unless you're Valve. I mean, then you can put certain heroes in the trash can for 10 years. It's super easy.
And you said it, early Roshan, really not contestable for Liquid. They're walking into a tombstone, so this is free. Liquid will just try and push out the lanes wherever they can.
If you can start getting some Deso charges, oh man, it's going to get out of control really fast because you're going to have TA traps around the map, Naga illusions. You'll have infinite vision, a lot of ghost lane shove, and a lot of team fight to back up your moves when you make them. And your only option as Liquid is to just rat the sides of the map.
Now, if you rat long enough, when do you think the game starts turning towards Liquid's favor? Scotty on Terrorblade?
I think BKBs you can start to take head-on fights.
Okay.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Well, it's going to be a long time for those, at least some of them. Nisha is going to work on a BKB as his next item. Crimson Guard for Saberlight. And V-Tune is looking at Manta and Dragonlance. Doesn't even have the BKB queued up.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Well, if they're going to play the sides of the map,
Dire's middle tower
BetBoom,
is under attack.
they'll just shove it down your throat. Take both mid and bottom lane towers, potentially.
Gotta do something if you're grouped up like this. You're either trying to catch or you're just gonna push.
BetBoom say it's push.
To be honest, I think you can go high ground very early in this game. Just drop Tombstone and start hitting the tower with a TA. You'll get a glyph, you'll get some response out of Liquid.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't commit fully for the entire push, but
Radiant are scanning.
it's not that inefficient. I almost feel like sometimes teams are scarred from just never wanting to poke the high ground anymore because of how difficult the high ground was for so many patches.
I have heard players and teams talk about, like, you just never go high ground.
Yeah, I think there's just these rules. We're never going to touch it, but to me, it's not about I'm going high ground to take your buildings. It's just I'm going there to get information and reaction to make another play.
Boxy's going to be here too late to be able to stop that Rolling Thunder, and as soon as the Rolling Thunder is used, the fight is over. So it's not just the Disruptor that will die. Boxy says, I'll die with you.
Way too easy right now. You have Kiritich cutting top wave. So you're not losing much.
As TP's coming in, they want to catch Saberlight or V-Tune, maybe both. Rod of Atos into the Shackle. Got the stun. Miro, if Undying can just catch up, TP away. V-Tune, no stuns. Good read of the situation by V-Tune. And Saberlight will get out through the game.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Liquid doing a good job, at least on their cores, of dodging, but you're still falling farther and farther behind net worth-wise. They're going to try and punch Kiritich for sitting around mid for too long without his team. They just made this mass move to bottom. They'll take away the Aegis for free, maybe more.
Can't get out of that pit.
Yeah, when he comes back in, he's going to be pretty well surrounded. The refraction's just not going to last very long. He's done.
Big misstep from him.
Yikes.
Versus a Disruptor lineup, you can't play deep up on these towers alone once another play fails. Liquid are going to be fast. They're going to try and take advantage of it. Have to be disciplined there.
They get the enemy carry, his Aegis. They're going to take mid tower for that. They killed his courier as well, which had the shard on it.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal swing.
Radiant's middle tower has
Just like
fallen.
that. Liquid strike back. Now they're going to get some deep wards out. Regain some map control. What a sequence. Just one kill makes all the difference. And escaping bottom. The fact you missed that Terrorblade kill bottom lets
That's
Liquid
true.
make that play.
Yeah.
Now you're stuck looking for something else. Might find Insania up top.
Glimpse. Make a run for it. Roll up, dodges the Glimpse send back.
I'll get him eventually here.
For sure. BetBoom, they're already up here. Take the Torment. So that's decently efficient for them.
Shannaby goes to the Nagas. Right. Not a bad one. Both these support shards are pretty good. You want both of them in this game at some point. And Save has his queued up. See, this guy knows.
I swear to God, Saberlight never uses his Curio on the
Radiant's
first
bottom
tier
tower
2.
is under attack.
He always seems to save it for tier 3 at least.
Because he's Giga Chat. Look at him.
Has fallen. Dire's top
think
tower
he's
You're in a
clear.
losing game.
You think he cares, Austin? Look at him.
Guess not. He clearly doesn't. Going to
Gonna
the shrine.
Shrine again. He can't keep getting away with this.
Just keep giving it to him.
He's like a DoorDash driver stealing food off your front porch.
Fry tags. Miro. Surrounded. The prize.
Very tanky.
He is. He's got pipe. He's got crimson. Is he actually going to get off some spells here? It's looking like it. He's only at half HP.
I think he's gaining HP.
Yeah, he kind of is. Now he gets to pop his ultimate and drop Tombstone and all that jazz. Liquid trying to get out with as many heroes as they can. Somehow they're only going to lose Insania. So again, Liquid might suck at killing heroes, but they seem to be pretty good at getting out of these sticky situations.
There's not that many stuns on this BetBoom squad. Maybe that's the one downside of their lineup as a whole. You have the Atos / Shackle Shot and, you know, Net Song. But Net Song is not, it's not really an insta-stun. You're not going to catch the storm.
That was still an incredibly demoralizing play for Liquid.
Yeah, that was pretty sad to watch. And the funny thing is, even if you kill the Undying there, he has this innate.
That's true.
He's just going to pop straight back up.
Yeah. Making a move for Nisha. Got a TA trap. It is with the shard, too. Dude, that shard is so obnoxious, man. Oh, my God.
Did get nerfed.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
How much did it get nerfed?
Got nerfed a decent amount. They nerfed the Min Silence a lot.
Static Storm committing for the Pango. They've got him. There, they're going to be able to get it. Ooh, Katomi late on the song here.
They are clumped.
They are very clumped. Kiritich, he's about to start going to work with those side blades. Hitting Saberlight, bouncing into Boxy. We'll have them both. Save is already looking for the next victim. It's going to be Insania. Tries to protect himself with the kinetic fence. He's surrounded. Too many heroes.
Save is owning this game. 6-1 and 11. BetBoom in general are owning this game.
They are.
As Liquid just cannot take team fights into this lineup. It's impossible. Don't have the early spell power. They needed to rat the map more, not get caught. Stall this game out. Still have a chance to turn it around. It's not completely done. I mean, we saw what they did last game, too.
That is true.
Can always try and get a little throw or choke action out.
Yeah, 12,000 net worth lead. Like, what would you say percentage-wise? What do you think the win rate is?
That's an 80-20 game at least.
Yeah, it's saying 75-25. So it like really backs Liquid despite how bad of a hole they're in right now. Now it's 68-32. All right. Okay, it's just wildly swinging.
It's drunk. We don't need to watch it. It's fine.
So basically the expectation, Dota Plus's perspective, is Liquid's kind of supposed to be behind. Maybe they're a bit farther behind than they should be.
I mean, I feel like every game we've casted of Liquid, the chart likes them. You know, people talk a lot about biased casters, but I don't see anybody talking about the biased win probability chart.
That is true.
That definitely favors certain teams over others.
Nisha's about to walk over another. Okay, never mind. There was a sentry.
I'll never understand that, actually. I just hate certain teams. Like, every time I'm watching some of my favorite teams, OG, Enigma Galaxy, Team Secret, the win probability just never favors them. It's biased, man. No one calls it out.
That is messed up.
No one's brave enough to say, what is this? Why does Valve hate these teams in particular?
You should lead an investigation.
Maybe I will.
Demand answers from Valve themselves.
Maybe I will. I'm going to email him. Gabe Newell at valvesoftware.com.
Yeah. He's going to respond with an okay.
When's Half-Life
Thumbs
3?
up.
Also, I'd like to make an inquiry.
Now that I have your attention. Second Roshan free for BetBoom. Liquid will continue to try and rat the map.
The BKBs are so far away. Those are your only hope of contesting something like this. You don't have them, zero chance. And now BetBoom can do some real damage during this Aegis timer.
V-Tune is about to buy out his. So that's something.
Yeah, they're closing in on it. They're not far away. But you just
I still feel like he needs, at this rate, he needs another item. He needs, like, Scotty. Insania, Rod of Atos, and then pushed back into the rest of the team with the Gale Force. Saberlight. Actually get the BKB out of Kiritich, but I don't think you can stick around here for long. Back through the gate to go.
Yeah, it's a poke play. You're just thinking there's more behind them, but...
Got him on the ensnare, but the core of the Underlord does get out.
Map is just getting closed out so fast. The catch between these two supports, running around, getting vision, pulling people in is so much with TA traps on top of it. Very hard to dodge.
Well, on the upside for Liquid, there's
Building.
no tier 2 to take down here.
It's because it's already dead.
Yeah.
How's that an upside?
Well, it means they're not going to get even more gold. Things could always be worse, you know?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Brigand's Blade. Nasty pickup for Pango. An unleashed Brigand's Blade.
Dire's middle tower has
I can
fallen.
dig it. But what about Brigand's Blade for the wind range?
Yeah, but it's not empowered, so who cares?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Nisha trying to sneak a Wisdom Shrine, but this time, BetBoom, they're saying, yeah, you're not taking this one. Fool me once, fool me twice. Oh, what was that power shot? Just scouted out Nisha, just sitting AFK in the trees. They got to be careful. On their way back, there is going to be some traps set up by Kiritich.
Also scouting that damage on the river.
Dire's bottom
Maybe a rune you
tower
can use
is under
to
attack.
poke the high ground here.
Yeah, I mean, it seems pretty difficult to actually get Liquid to fight you. The best way to do that, hit the high ground.
Octarine on Miro. Low cooldown ulti tombstone. Makes it a lot easier to just drop that, drop the banner. What are you afraid of?
Saberlight's got to be careful here.
There it
Trying
goes.
to defend against the push, but the banner is laid down. Crimson Guard, early use here, will help protect, but they can't deal with the banner. Protected by a tombstone. So Kiritich just keeps on going to work. And here comes the jump of the Rolling Thunder. Trying to kill Boxy, he gets off his ultimate, but Miro is able to finish him off with the Soul Ring.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Now the tier 3 is dead. Onto the barracks. Another Gale Force trying to get it out with the Force Staff. Saberlight, as soon as he's punched by the zombie, doesn't actually get punched, so no slow here.
There are still 2 cores on the map for Liquid not TPing back yet.
They're already cut the mid-wave, so the backdoor protection is going to come back up. Liquid have successfully held this. You're going to get a glimpse back. Just delay things even further. That'll give opportunity for Nisha and V2 to cut another wave.
They did a pretty decent job there. Held your racks, kept your 2 cores out on the map, got the wave cut, dealt with the banner. Didn't lose net worth. In fact, you gained a little because BetBoom had to clump for that play.
As long as V2 doesn't get caught here,
Radiant are
I
scanned.
suppose he can always BKB TP out. Until Basher is up on the Pango, which is going to be his next item, but he doesn't have it yet. Spotted. There goes the BKB, there goes the TP, there he goes.
A move Save's very familiar with.
Seen it a couple times.
Played with the man.
Played with the man himself. Revenant's Brooch. I feel like... I mean, the item's good here. I feel like it's just not the best Revenant's Brooch game. Aegis is going to expire, though, so BetBoom are not going to be able to hit the high ground with an extra life. Might try and push it anyway.
I don't think you really care here if you execute the fight well. You have Song to bail you out anyway.
I mean, with the Terrorblade inside the base, he's already kind of set up Rolling Thunder with the Gale Force. V2 in trouble, being chain stunned. He got knocked to the other side. Can he get off the Thunder? Too many styles. Oh, he got it off.
Might die anyway.
He's gonna die anyway. It's just no way out. With the amp damage that's put on him, still though, Nisha gets a kill.
They're all healing up. The zombies.
A buyback immediately put to use. Yeah, the zombies, they're stacking up. Boxing's going to blink away. Saberlight.
Oh my
He
God. Can't move.
Walking dead out here.
Look at him go.
Look at the Storm Spirit. He zipped for the next wave. He got caught. He didn't finish off the range
my.
creep. And now the big push is coming in. BetBoom are pot committed.
That is the decisiveness that can win you games. You just go on that Underlord before Liquid have time to set up.
Oh,
I'm telling
yeah.
you, this
Gale
Wind Ranger
Force,
shard, man.
reel him in. That's the movement right there. Going for the kill, going for the dieback. GPK couldn't get it. Now he's going to be pulled out of his roll-up here.
Too much sustain.
Energy shield crash, but yeah, they're just running out of damage. Even with the glimpse back on GPK, they can't actually run after him. Saberlight gets cut down by Kiritich. Dieback 1. Now the Disruptor falls. Another buyback, soon to be forced out of him. Long zip over, trying to deal with the creep wave. Hoping beyond hope that if they could just kill the creeps, BetBoom will voluntarily leave their base.
Yeah, but what's getting better for you? This is so much gold for BetBoom. They're not going to slow down. They have soul rips for days with this Octarine build.
D2 TP's in. They have to go for Kiritich here. Have to deal with this damage dealer. A blink in, roll up, and GPK does a nice bit of disruptive work, but there's still the glimpse back.
That's big.
On to the next target. It's Miro. Trying to chase after him. Nisha has a little bit more mana to work with. Gale Force is going to push him away. Nisha commits the rest of his mana to be able to go for it, but Miro's still plenty healthy. Now he hits him with a decay. Nisha's in trouble. He's been shackled. That's going to be another dieback. V2, meanwhile, gets a kill. GPK does fall, but he is outnumbered now. 1 versus 3.
Miro going in.
Yeah, he's just chasing after him. He doesn't give a damn.
He should give a damn.
Gets him a little bit low. V2 down to half HP.
But he's back. But he can't get there.
V2 will just barely manage to hold.
Did get a streak off that Undying. A lot of gold for the Terrorblade in the end. They got a gem out of that as well on the ground in Liquid's base. Okay, I mean, I guess that's a hold.
Didn't lose the second lane of barracks.
Wasn't
be worse.
Wasn't pretty, but they get the job done.
Liquid's definitely on their last legs.
That did get some big items for BetBoom, though, that really make Nisha's life hard. Basher on the Tango, but Ags on this Naga. Yeah, that's the new Ags. Ultimately, you kind of get the fight you're looking for. You get some glimpses back. You get the Terrorblade in a situation where he can lay into some big core targets, but once Nisha's out of mana, he just gets beat on.
Yeah, Nisha was so desperate to get as many kills as he could. Zips a little bit too far out there. And it's still, though, V2, I mean, he was a big winner of this situation. Got a ton of gold out of that. He is well on his way to a butterfly. Which, that timing could be fantastic because Kiritich is not even looking at an MKB. He wants to go Swift Blink next.
This butterfly could be massive. On the flip side, I want to see the new Ensnare, Austin. I want to see this Naga Siren break this Thunderlord. Reel him in.
Okay, Kiritich is ready for this one. Yeah, don't go through that game.
There's the Bing Bong. Where has it been?
That's true.
Is it because it's a Shopify Rebellion voice line and he doesn't want to live in the past?
No, he was using it.
Maybe it brings up bad memories for him.
Well, that would make no sense because he was spamming it before.
Maybe it brings up bad memories for the
I
team.
think
Someone said you gotta stop.
No, I think that the team, I think somebody was like, yo, that line is really obnoxious. Stop spamming it.
Who? Name names.
Box? I
think it was Boxing?
Yeah, I think Boxy told him to shut the hell up. Long zip in. Shiva's getting some information inside the pit. Miro, nice rolling thunder hit. Ooh! Got out the BKB, sure. V-Tune, he starts throwing damage at Miro again, but Miro shrugged it off at this point. He's popped his BKB. Nisha is struggling to put any damage onto anybody on the side of BetBoom. They're just, none of them are getting low. Oh, got a bash. Nisha still able to zip up to the high ground, but Sage chases after him. Katomi.
He's got to be able to net him here.
Nice net setup. Gets the grab onto the Storm Steer, chase after, and kill V-Tune before he can get off of Sunder as well. That looks like game.
Yeah, it feels like it. That was Liquid's last hurrah. try and make something happen around that Roche pit. But again, that is just the hardest place to take the fight in this entire game going into this BetBoom lineup. Naga, Undying, TA, Pango around the pit. Good luck. You'll need it because it's going to a Game 3 in the Twilight Hour, Austin.
That's right. Look in. We're surrounded by clowns. Me and Effie. Welcome to Game 3, everybody. BetBoom versus Liquid, where currently we're lacking professionals. Because Boxy needs to turn on his camera. Good job, Boxy. We need to see that sweet, sweet, whatever his name is. The drummer guy.
I like that Boxy's playing the Wind Ranger now.
The battle begins.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to show you how.
Oh, but Save's giving him the chaotic bolt of hell.
Yeah, he's giving him the works right now.
Okay, maybe we run a little too far in there. Save, careful now. D-Tune tries to slow him down. They're really gunning for it. They got him with the blood grenade. Save went a little too ham with his Chaos Knight and the Sunshine. Oh, he dodges back. He's like, no. GPK was probably screaming at him. Do not give him first blood.
He might have been, yeah. He might have said he's Sunstruck. You can always call that out, you know.
I know.
We got a lot of cool new stuff, though. Again, the Death Prophet mid. Remember, this hero got the Crypt Swarm buff, 100 damage level 1. That's got to be good. Projectile speed on silence. That's got to be good. I think eventually they'll just increase the projectile speed on silence until it's back to being instant.
Yeah, it's just...
I think that's where we're headed. We got the Save Chaos Knight again. The Kataomi Bane. Ooh.
Oh, nice shackle. Oh, he got the extra shackle. He got the facet. Oh my god, how much damage did he just do? That was nasty.
That was actually nasty.
He was doing so much damage. He hit so many trees. He hit all those Vool assassins.
He was hitting for 140.
Oh my god.
I've actually never seen that fast to do anything, so that's impressive.
I mean, have you seen that facet before?
Yeah, I've seen a couple of people take it. It just usually doesn't do anything.
Kiritich is now taking a bunch of damage. He's fine, though, because he's more fun.
Let's see this. Oh my god.
He was doing 180 damage a hit.
Plus 120 life. I don't think I've ever seen Boxy laugh in my life.
It was such a good shackle.
I didn't know he could laugh. The machine has feelings.
Yeah.
We should ask him about that if they win in the interview. What was it like to laugh for the first time in your life? Note that down, Neil. Anyway. We got the Wind Ranger again, and we got the Nisha Invoker.
Yeah.
The Agent of Galaron.
Yes, sir.
The least exciting facets.
Yeah, but probably what people are going to be rocking if they're doing mid Invoker.
But you don't have the big meatball anymore.
Yeah, what was the trade-off? Was it just straight up nerfed?
Yes.
Okay. I'll be honest. I saw the Invoker list of changes, and I was just like, I ain't got time for this. Kataomi. It's a little bit low. He's fine. 3-minute Lotuses, so Boxy's just trying to push him back.
I mean, the X-Sword was straight nerf. The other two, in theory, were buffed.
Right. Yeah.
But the X-Sword one was the strongest, so that got tuned down. And basically, you don't get the extra meteor size, and the Cataclysm is a longer cooldown. That was the other change.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
So it's kind of bad. And Nisha is just getting the works right now.
GPK running him down. Ooh, so many sig charges, though. Nisha might just be able to survive this, but he's getting pushed off the wave. Bad position.
Yeah, he just got sucked into oblivion. And the range deny in his face.
Got him good.
God damn. 19-8 to 9-4. GPK bought a one-way ticket to Pound Town.
Oh no. Don't like that.
Dude, why can't I say stuff like that? Do you hear the shit that Suns fan says every day in his cast?
Did you hear the shit that Ted said earlier today?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like I'm one of the more mild talents at this point. Like every cast I listen to Suns fan, he's bending people over a table, bending them over a barrel. He's doing all kinds of shit out here. No one says anything. I make one ticket to Pound Town and suddenly I'm the villain?
Well, it's your second reference to Pound Town, to be fair. The
Maybe there's
return trip.
Maybe it's a multi-stage ticket, you know?
Save. Not quite dead. He still has Fair Fire to work with. He's kind of baiting this out.
Oh, another shackle bottom.
Big damage. Oh, the Sunstrike. That will get Nisha back into the game a bit. Kiritich still gunning for the kill on the Saberlight. Saberlight had the Lotus. They put the urn on Kiritich. He's going to take a lot of damage. Meanwhile, top lane, Miro's going to die. And they chance after save as well. Still going after Kiritich.
Out of mana.
They managed to hit him with everything they had. The shackle shot lands. Boxy finishes him off.
This Tangled has looked really good lane-wise.
Yeah, it's nasty. Katomi does come back into play, gets one kill. Fighting against Boxy, might just get another. Stick charges.
Yeah, he's holding the sleep.
Trying to get the angle on a sleep here.
Wind walking 2-1.
Stick, wind run.
Salve.
Oh,
he ran back into him.
Wait, he went back into him. He got brain zapped. Oh, what Boxy?
What? He juked himself. This Bane's almost level 5.
This Bane is busted. He's huge.
Here's that patented CK gank into mid for the power room.
Yep.
Looking for that Invoker. Exorcism available. 3 Siphons as well.
When he Chaos Bolts, he can hit him and his Forge Spear.
Instant D-Ward. Now he's level 5. Holy. This boy is thick right now.
Boxy. Power Rune ends up being top. Save's going to grab it before the Forge Spear can deny it.
Ward behind the tower. Exo pop. I mean, they are.
Oh, a lot of heroes have died too. He's got all of those hero goes.
Oh my god.
We've had 7 deaths in this game, so it is a powerful exorcism. Shackle shot lands on Akatomi. Certainly not going to be enough damage.
To get the D-Ward behind the tower, this opens this play a little bit. But how do you stop this push? It looks really tough with triple siphon available for GPK. Just can't go in.
Nope. You just got to sit back and watch. GPK goes to work.
Get the deny, maybe?
Couldn't even do that much.
That is some value push right there with that catapult still alive.
Taking it before the 7-minute Wisdom Shrines are up. Damn.
Big moves. I mean, this is what you're supposed to do versus Invoker. Abuse him in the lane, rotate to him, take advantage of the fact that he's really weak in the first 10 minutes. Gain an advantage on the map. And then he's going to AFK farm Midas, and you need to make plays elsewhere.
He is working towards that Midas now. Kiritich again. He's not really afraid of Saberlight. Surprised they keep on gunning for this Morphling, especially this lane to the game. Nightmare pushback. Boxy relieved him, but it's not good enough. In fact, if anything, it just means Boxy's going to take more damage. Waveformed. Nice shackle. Tempted Sunstrike, but Kiritich is not nearly low enough. Boxy will manage to get away, but...
This is the complete opposite way of playing this hero from last game. Last game, it was max power shot with execution. This is max shackle, 0 points in power shot.
Yep.
With the Tangled facet. Very interesting to see both sides of this hero in 2 games.
It's pretty weird because you would think that the percentage-based power shot would be more effective if you're laning against a Morphling anyway.
That's a strong value point regardless. I'm kind of surprised Boxy just doesn't want to skill it at all. It's got to have some kind of build in mind, some scaling build or something. As the smoke will come through, Exo backup, amp damage in GPK's bottle.
Liquid's in danger of getting run over again.
Yeah, this is...
Lanes are already falling apart, and if this move succeeds, they take this safe lane tower. B-Tune. Not hit by the wall, not yet anyway. Tried to get the vacuum on him, that misses as well. Running for the hills, but they're being surrounded. An attempted TP, no, got him on the Chaos Bolt. Get the stun. The glimpse sends the Morphling back to where he came from. That's actually okay with him. Instania is also going to be caught here. Liquid don't even feel like they can fight. And I think they're probably right about that.
Lineup's way too slow. You can maybe turn some of these plays around with Solar Guardian, but you need mana on Saberlight to do that, and you need a fight that's going your way, which they had neither of.
And none of this is working out for them. They do have Saberlight level 6, so there's the Solar Guardian turnaround, but he's dead.
A little grip action. See if they can defend this mid tower as well. They will just kill people on 3 lanes if this works out.
Nisha teleporting away, damage.
Oh, man.
GPK with an amp damage. Windrun will protect Boxy barely.
This Death Prophet is having himself a game right here. Early Witchblade buildup for GPK. He's taken mid tower, effectively took top. He got it so low and kicked them out that that tower should die.
Yep.
He's gotten a couple kills here. Both these Exos were really nice. And he is fat. Real fat.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Insania just needs to get to level 6. Maybe with that, plus the Dawnbreaker ultimate, they'll be able to push back against BetBoom a little bit. Probably not winning any full-on fights, but maybe BetBoom get a little over-aggressive. These supports are still hunting. They're just constantly looking around.
You also need the Midas on the Invoker. It's still not there for Nisha. His recovery is super slow without this.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And you gotta start thinking about that 14-minute Wisdom Shrine's gonna be up in a few minutes here. If you can't fight that as Liquid, you're gonna be in even bigger trouble. As this tower just goes down, it's gonna open that up even more. And you'll have an Exo here 30 seconds. Another one to play with.
Taking towers without Exo, man.
Dire's bottom
3
tower
tier
has
1s in
fallen.
11 minutes. Another really fast game from BetBoom. Feels like they just flipped a switch and decided, you know what? We're just gonna play really fast.
Yeah, which is pretty funny because Liquid is supposed to be one of the better teams at lanes, or at least at playing fast out of lanes.
But how much of that is mid game?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, not the Flame V tune, but it's just a different style. And, you know, when you have a fast carry player that gels with your team, that's almost irreplaceable.
Yeah, it's a TI winning carry, and that's his style. You're not going to do better than him in that regard.
So that does slow Liquid down a bit in all these transitionary periods.
Katomi maybe caught in the river here. Save is nearby. Static Storm going to be put to use. Quickly relieved at the Nightmare. Glimpse back into the Static Storm. Katomi didn't manage to get off the Brain Sap, but won't make a difference. Meanwhile, Meteors are going to be dropped left and right here. Both Nisha and Kiritich dropping around. GPK's going to get low, though. GPK is dead.
Oh, man.
Liquid, even looking for more. Glimpse up in 3. It's going to be a bit too long. 1. Okay, if anything, Insania might just die here. Avalanche trying to cover his retreat here. Wall goes out, careful. Nero's trying to chase after them. Sunstrike goes out. Man, Kiritich is trying to just be Invoker.
That was kind of sick. Didn't get the kill, but nice effort. That's a huge death on GPK. I mean, he was completely snowballing this game and just gets comboed from Nisha for 1,000+ damage. Tornado, Meteor, Deafening Blast. That's one way to get the job done. This is a good matchup for Invoker. Like, that is worth mentioning here. The longer the game goes, the better it gets for Invoker. This is a single target burst-oriented hero with a lot of control and a lot of single target physical that amps up as the game progresses. This matchup's always been good for the hero. Even the Quasel X version was, that version was, I Tornado EMP you never have mana, and then I buy Vessel. And I'm an anti-healer. That version was also really annoying for the Death Prophet. So this is worth noting. If this game keeps going later and later for Liquid, the Invoker can be the ultimate raid boss in this game. Miracle style, of course.
Yeah.
Gotta give a shout out to one of the GOATs.
And Spirit Vessel is now done for Saberlight. It's a better answer against Kiritich.
Save just dewarding in their face.
Phantasm dodge. Nicely played by Save. He read that situation very well. Immediate smoke up from Liquid. They still want to look for something.
I mean, yeah, they have to now. That was emotional damage. And 14-minute Wisdom Shrine. Are they going to...
That's why they're trying to smoke up. They're trying to get to this Wisdom Shrine in time. Too late. Kataomi's already taken it from you. The best you could do is kill Kataomi. Try and punish him for it, but I think he's actually out.
They want the Morphling.
They do manage to get him with the Shackle Shot tied alongside it too, so that's a Static Storm Vessel. Okay, it ends up kind of working. You trade out the Shrine, but they get the kill on the Morphling.
Massive to find that glimpse there. Makes that move worth it. Also note that Vessel went to Saberlight this game. Which,
Save pops out, goes after Nisha. Saberlight. He's going to cancel his TP. He gets Chaos Bolted as well. Back him together. I bet he wishes he had completed his TP.
And they connected so fast on that play.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Save with the
Dire's top
tip
tower
from his
is under
teammate for the
attack.
stun. Says, good job, you walked up and pressed Q. Got him.
Pipe for Miro. Mech Vanguard Pipe. Not completing Greaves or Crimson.
Get them all later.
Yeah, I mean, I think that is technically the most efficient play. Like, Mech to Greaves doesn't feel that good. And it's not the best Crimson Guard game, so running to save here. Liquid. Back-to-back-to-back smokes, I think that is.
If he'd gotten the golden deny there, that would have been ridiculous.
Blink Dagger pickup for Boxy, so he's going to try and get the angles for these shackle shots.
I mean, he maxed it. May as well go for it. Pretty big stun to land, especially if you can nail 2 heroes.
Yeah, you think he'll ever
Or
get like
more.
a multi-hero shackle shot into Cataclysm?
In theory, you can shackle an entire enemy team.
Yeah. I mean, they have some good AoE to combo with that too, right?
Oh, I mean,
They've
yeah,
got
the fight's over. If
Toss Avalanche, they've got Static Storm Kinetic Field, they've got Dawnbreaker's ultimate, and ultimately they will eventually have Cataclysm. Just a question of whether or not they can get there. BetBoom taking the early lead. Slipped through their hands a little bit. They were so far ahead off of all those early towers and such, but still up 3K.
I actually wonder if you go Kata this game.
When do you not go Kata? Why would you not go Kata? Don't you want as much burst damage against Death Prophet, Morphling anyway?
Because he's not queuing it up. I could see a world you just scale the right click with BKB faster. Is that crazy?
I think that's crazy. You want burst damage against Death Prophet, Morphling. You don't
Yeah,
want
but that's also a form of burst damage, right?
Miss Shackle Shot. Glimpse back into the Static Storm, but this death is, yeah, they have to give up on it. Full retreat from Liquid, see if they can get their heroes out. Nope. Kataomi catches the Dawnbreaker with the Fiend's Grip. So failed execution there from Liquid. They just all in. They believed that Boxy was going to land that Shackle Shot, and he didn't.
That's how it goes sometimes. I like this quick swing up top with the 2 heroes looking for the Invoker. Even if you don't catch him here, you're going to get the wave back in. Limit his map control.
Radiant are
Put some
scanning.
fear into him.
Boxy getting a defensive ward down for Nisha. Trying to protect his mid laner's farm. As all the cores of BetBoom are ahead of their counterparts.
And they're racing towards Roshan. I think the second you have Death Prophet BKB, it's on the menu. 20-minute Tormentor, same thing. It's going to be pretty tough to contest GPK once he has this. What is your burst damage going into BKB Death Prophet with Essence Ring? With potential Glimmer Cape behind him, Sleep Save to guarantee he gets it off? Not much right now. It's like Alacrity and a Tiny hitting you. Kind of it.
Sania really likes this Midas Disruptor build. Nice Shackle Shot, catches Kataomi. Trying to burst him down here. Have to use the Static Storm to try and ensure it. And glimpse back into the Static Storm will ensure the kill. Now, BetBoom still pushing forward, looking for heroes.
It's a nice pickoff. Tiny's farming right now. This is net worth gained as that BKB is done for GBK. Pipe done for Miro. Time to go straight into the pit.
Yeah, it is a lot of spells that they use. Unlikely that Liquid can contest this on a team fight angle, but they can do little pokes here. Nice blink back from Boxy. Now Save in trouble. V-Tune marching forward at him. Phantasm dodging the avalanche. Really nicely done. Glimpse back, but all of BetBoom and popped out of the pit to chase after Liquid. Liquid disengage right at the right time. No pullback there from the Chaos Knight. Draws a couple of seconds out of BetBoom. They'll go back to finishing up this Roshan, but now Saberlight, Nisha, they're joining in on here. Throws in the hammer. Oh! He actually goes inside the pit, goes after them. Not the greatest. Tornado hits the three. Aegis. Oh, he got no! What? Kiritich picks it up just in the nick of time. Now V-Tune gets caught, pulled back into the rest of the team. He's in trouble. He's dead. That was so close.
Like, what the hell was Kiritich doing? Why is he not picking it up there?
I don't know.
That was way too close for what it should have been. Oh, look at this Invis rune top for save. What a find.
Big pickup, and he's got the dust to reveal. Silence goes out. Nisha can't escape.
That's just a sick play. I mean, nothing Nisha can do about that. He gets an Invis rune, TP's top, instant setup.
Yeah, and he has the blink dagger too to like stop that most of the time. He just runs into the Chaos Knight. He can dodge the Chaos Bolt, but point blank. Nothing he can do there.
Dead as well?
Saberlight just running out there, almost dies.
These tumbler toys have been pretty effective. Triple tumbler toy for BetBoom. You don't see that every day.
No, you don't.
And I have to ask you, Austin, tumbler toy on the Chaos Knight. Is it the knight on the tumbler on the horse, or is it the horse on the tumbler?
It's the knight on the horse on the tumbler.
So you think the horse uses the toy?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Of course, because if the rider is using the toy, then he's just going to leave the horse.
What? Yeah, but the toy is a horse.
Well, he's not riding the tumbler.
Maybe he gets off the horse and tumbles, and the horse catches up later.
Well, then we would see that.
Maybe it's just not animated in the game.
You think Valve messed up the lore of this item?
It's possible. They don't care about the lore.
Saberlight trying to juke around the corner, see if he can TP away.
You got tumbler toy.
Tumbler toy. Save will catch up to him. Hammer will still drag him away. Little distance. Miro attempted TP, not going to work. Vacuum here. Goodbye. Save going to try and give him an epileptic attack here. Spamming out the reality rift.
The man don't care. He's going to taunt a TI winning team. Of course, that Saberlight did not win that TI, so I guess maybe taunting him is less bad, but no respect. No respect, Austin.
They're already in the corner. They'll take the Torment.
And Insania, he knows what type of game this is. It's a Midas Disruptor game. You gotta get the farm somewhere.
I think he thinks that every Disruptor game is a Midas Disruptor game.
You might be right. And what do we have here? The Croaker got him. Caught you sleeping in the river. Literally.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
These things are just nasty. I love it. I think Valve should make more of the neutral creeps as nasty as these things are. Like, I think Centaur should just come out of the jungle and randomly stomp your ass and then go back for no reason, you know?
Yeah. Give him double edge, too.
In fact, let's remove Lion from the game and give all of his spells to random neutral creeps.
Just one of the Prowlers just finger you at some point.
Yeah, exactly. You just get fingered to death.
Walk back at camp, you're getting Spirit Siphon. Just all your mana's gone.
Dire's bottom tower.
Push coming through. Exo available.
Has been killed.
Aegis still online for a minute. And an Ag done for the DP. Oh. That is really nice timing. I mean, are you seeing this guy's net worth? It is out of control.
Yeah, 15,000.
Like, what is this?
He's huge.
He's level 18.
He's going to get an SNY next to combo with his Aghanim Scepter. That's cool.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, just hitting high ground with his Aegis.
Got him in the Static Storm. That's a little awkward. That might just be his Aegis. Vacuum back, but round 2, Heritage just goes right back to hitting the tier 3 like nothing happened.
Yeah, he was fine with that, trying to burn it out. There's the Exo, gonna commit for the push.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
A lot of Saberlight Ghosts in that one.
There's a few of them running around. And who's going to go in to set this Dawnbreaker up for an ultimate?
It's gotta be the Tiny. That's it.
And he doesn't have Blink Dagger. He's just got Echo Saber, Manta. Backdoor protection does go up because Boxy's cut the wave.
Too late, though.
Once again, Liquid, that's the same old tricks, but as he said, it was a bit too late to save one of the barracks. Grab back, now vacuum onto D-Tune as well. Now the Dawnbreaker has to drop the ultimate just to try and save D-Tune. Does he actually save him, though? The final Chaos Bolt comes in, and they'll bring him back in with the Reality Rift. And Fiend's Grip on Dawnbreaker. Nisha tries to stop it with Tornado. Saberlight is free, but he barely makes it back to the fountain in time.
3-man shackle.
Look at him go.
It's kind of hype.
80 plus damage for what?
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack. Has fallen. Radiant's middle
Look at Save
tower
baiting
is
out this
under attack.
illusion, which is the real CK. Okay, that was the real one. But he got you for a second.
Nisha's not sure what item he needs in this game. He was looking at that BKB earlier, then he was looking at Aghanim Scepter, now he's settled on Octarine. He just can't figure it out. What saves this game?
You have to burst the Death Prophet or the Morph. It's kind of the only thing that wins you a fight.
Scanning.
So basically, as much burst damage as you can build. That's it.
Radiant are scanning. What, sir?
Octarine would be an item where you're kind of committing for the split push and you feel like you can stall the game out. But I think when this team has a Death Prophet that can just force the high ground, you can't really play for that.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if he ends up committing for the Octarine here.
They're trying to sneak a play here, Liquid that is, but they've got this Bane behind him. They don't know about it. He's got a ward. He's going to catch him. He's going to catch him going through the gate. Nightmare on 1. He's got a Fiend's Grip too if he wants to use it. He uses it last second to stop Insania. Now the rest of the team starts pushing forward. Miro, he's going to be here soon. Static Storm's going to get dropped here. Insania goes for the teleport out. Vacuum got used. And he will survive.
They both get out.
They both get out. Wow.
Just nobody close by for that play. I don't think BetBoom mind too much, to be honest. Still cruising here. Items continue to just roll in for this Death Prophet, man. Farming up a storm with this
Radiant's
Axe.
middle tower is under attack.
Almost level
Radiant's
20.
middle tower has fallen.
Another big talent for the hero.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Just take the raw HP,
Are scanning.
try and end the game.
Seem well suited to do it. Roshan is going to be up in a second, though. So probably not another high ground push until they retrieve that. Heritage,
Dire's
Butterfly
top
next.
tower is under attack.
And Nisha
Aghanim
and Axe,
Scepter
yeah.
finally. Yeah.
Not Octarine, I agree with this. I mean, Axe is more burst damage, but you have to be able to land it in the fight and have the damage not get split. Which is not guaranteed here with some random CK illusions and creeps and all this nonsense on a push. It also means V-Tune has to find some opening in the fight. go and stun toss the target. Shackle might give you an opening. It's pretty rough. You are kind of close to a disruptor, Axe, honestly. 1,300.
It's not too.
Insania.
I mean, they win a fight here.
Yeah, they'll get it.
Anything
There's
could
your
happen.
target.
GBK tries to hit the silence. Gonna be Shackle. Cataclysm coming in.
Sleep
Oh,
save.
what a nightmare save. That was perfect timing. He took no damage whatsoever. Now he just pops the BKB, turns on the Spirit Siphons, and mows them all down. Static Storm trying to save Nisha here, but there's still a Fiend's Grip.
Nah, this one's in the books.
This whole series is done for.
Outpaced, outfought, and outclassed in this game 3 is BetBoom. Turn it up a notch.
They did.
Maybe learning a little bit from yesterday, going to these late games. Like, we got to bring some energy, we got to bring some pace. Can't fall asleep at the wheel. Can't throw it away in these long, drawn-out games. Let's just run some people over. They definitely accomplished it. Nice little aura lineup. Greaves, Pipe, Crimson, 30 minutes behind a push hero.
Yep.
It's a classic strategy for a reason.
And you've got a hard carry that scales up but can still join in on early engagements because
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Morphling's such a special case.
Dire's top barracks are
Insania cut the wave.
Desperate for this Aghanim Scepter. It might never arrive in this game.
He's got one more component of it.
He could almost sell out here for it.
Scott Tomi get here in time. Tumbler toy. Ooh, we got him. That's the tumbler toy action right there. Miro's going to vacuum him off of the gate again.
Round 3. He never made it.
At first, you do not succeed. Try again.
Oh, they're looking for the play bottom.
V2, man to dodge. On the Chaos Bolt. Already at half HP from Kiritich. It's not looking good for V2. Toss upon him. Dawnbreaker ult. Now he runs into the wall. There just seems to be too many things. Miro's going to try and chase him down with the Ion Shell. Tornado not going to land. V2 gets away with the Avalanche. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side, Nisha being run at. GPK and Katomi.
Can't get
They're
away.
going to get him. No cores are getting away from this one, it seems. Dawnbreaker left for last. It's a team wipe. It's GG. BetBoom. They may have lost that game 1. They let it slip through their fingers, but they said, screw it. Just run at them. Game 2, game 3, absolute stampede.